I'm smart too. Let's do this. I love my main chick. My side say love is overrated. I love my main chick.
The name of the album is Rich People. Well, this album was actually inspired by a couple of rich people that I look up to as an artist. Their work that made them to become rich, you know. So that inspired me to put so much work into the album itself, and I believe the album is made up of, you know, rich particles of art.
I was hoping you could come and see my family this weekend. Gogo will be happy to tell stories, we just listen.
The first track is an intro, and the name of the intro obviously is Rich People. This is where I actually show off my sound, you know, in terms of production and writing. It's a 3-minute intro, 3-minute song, right? It's actually doesn't talk about rich people, you know. It talks about it's almost something similar to a love song.
Somebody has been telling me, you've been asking around for my numbers. Somebody has been telling me, you think you can handle the drama. I wish you could pass.
Track number 2 is Believe Me. Believe Me is an emotional love song. I think I was actually on the writing stages of the project. I was actually stuck when I was writing this song because I wanted to talk to someone, you know, trying to make them understand what I was going through, which was actually the making of the album. I mean, there was a couple of pressure, you know, from people in the family, you know, social life, and I had to, like, you know, excuse myself in order to write the album. So, you know, that was actually this track was actually inspired by that, and then, you know, and then I turned it into a love song. And since, you know, there's a lot of people that went through that, you know, especially musicians. Not only musicians though, people, I mean, in general life, aspects of life. You know, I mean, you're at work and, you know, you need to go back home, but you can't. You know, you just want something that's gonna make whosoever that you're trying to talk to believe you. You know, that's why I called it Believe Me. You know, and apparently it worked. Now the album is done.
I came up from the street. Flameboy. I'm hungry, I need to eat. Universe. I want you, don't look at me like that. Flameboy.
About You is the third track. Yeah. You know, as a musician, you know, a lot of things turn to be actually about you. You know, so much that everything that you do involves what you do as a person, as a musician. On this track also, you know, I tried to remove the musician aspect of it, and then I just put, like, you know, an ordinary human being, a human being that's not actually a musician. What can I say? You know, I can't really explain how this song came about, but, you know, it's talking about the fact that not everything is about you, you know, not in a rude way though, but, you know, sometimes you just have to do things because they have to be done, or because someone else needs that. You know, it's not every action that you do that is about you or is supposed to be about you, you know, especially if you are a public figure or something like that. I don't know, I think I've said too much words trying to explain this, you know. I mean, when the music is done, there's a few words to explain it.
It's the Flameboy man, yeah. I don't wanna stand alone in this one night stand. You're 23 and still young, I'll make you understand. Flameboy Universe, your friend is a friend. Your body toilet sugar, can we be friends? Shem, yo, can we be friends? I just wanna show you off in the future. When I grow up,
I can't follow these rules. Who wants to follow the rules? You know. Well, I can follow these rules. Track 4. After going a couple of rough patches, you know, during production. You know, we get inspired to do music by watching TV. You know. We see what other musicians are doing, and we get to learn how other musicians do it. I mean, I came to a point whereby I just wanted to try out my own ways. You know, I wanted to do things backwards. I wanted to climb from the top to the bottom. I wanted to, you know, I wanted to do things my way. The way I wrote this song, I believe, is not the way a lot of musicians have written, and a lot of musicians have written their music. So I just decided to call it I Can Follow These Rules. Definitely you're gonna get more about that when you listen to the record.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's the Flameboy man. I've been working now, I've got more money. I'm gonna build a house and owe nobody. I'm going back to school to be a somebody. Mama's gonna be proud, I've got a job. I'm self-employed. I'm gonna hire my boys, we're gonna have a hell of a weekend.
My favorite song on the record, Music You and I. Track number 5. Well, what can I say? We've come a long way with this record, actually. This record is actually inspired by people, everyone on the planet. Music You and I just means that it's music, you, and I. You know, I mean, I make music. You love the music. You make me love the music, and that gives me life. You know. But then going in depth with it, my family, my friends, and everyone who supported me in the production of this record. This song was actually dedicated to them. There couldn't be any other way I could think of.
I won't listen to you or anybody else. I got me a partner and I'm gonna let it shine on my eggs. I want you to see us, haters want to be us. I want you to see us, haters want to be us. Before I met this girl, I never thought I would have any feelings.
Track number 6, Real. This is one other record that I love. Well, it's quite emotional also, but then in studio we try not to make it an emotional record, you know, even though like it carries a very emotional message. Realness. Everybody is talking about realness. Everybody talks about realness, especially in the music industry. You know, one huge challenge is actually getting to meet real people. You know, I mean, after your record is on the radio, you know, people look at you in a different way. After your record is on TV or you're on TV, people look at you in a different way. Well, I wrote this record after realizing everything that I had that was around me, and I had discovered that it was real, you know. From you know, this is actually the continuation of Music You and I, track 5. You know, this is where I talk about, you know, the real love that I get from my friends, the real love that I get from my family, and the real love that I actually get from the people. All I was trying to say here is, you know what, there is a lot of real people out there. You know, you just need to give them a benefit of the doubt. That's what it is actually about.
Yeah. Yeah, you love it too? I like it too. She's smart. I'm smart too. Let's do this. I love my main chick. My side say love is overrated. I love my main chick. Wifey is smart and educated. I love my main chick.
Track number 7. Actually, this record was produced in less than an hour. Martin. It's about our everyday lives. You know, I mean, it was actually inspired by content on social media. You know, it talks about, you know, YOLO. You know, you only live once. Just do what you have to do. You don't have to think too much. Just live. You know, it's a record that actually. This is where I was trying to talk to people, you know, like inspire people just to do, just like do. I mean, not everything is supposed to be explained, you know. Some things are just there to be done, you know, and then maybe explain them later, you know. It's that kind of record.
Yeah, man. It's the Flameboy, man. I'm a surprise like a birthday gift. Pull up on some cool attitude, but I'm a murderer. Beezing on my cracker, what a me, I'm a dinosaur.
Track number 8. I think that's the biggest record I've ever made. Nowadays, the hook goes, nowadays there's me, nowadays there's me, oh yeah. That basically means, you know, I'm around. Yeah, everybody should pay attention. We're doing this for you. You know, I mean, it's a new artist up in the block. So yeah, this track is just about me. It's about me, talking about what I do, what I can do, and what I'm still about to do. You know, nothing much really. It's just that nowadays there's me.
Hey, hey. Be careful, these Swazi boys. Be careful, find out. Be careful, these Swazi boys. Be careful, find out. Hey, put you up a patch, Flameboy, now you're baby. Hey, 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 put you up a patch. Now you see me, now you don't. Bye, Sada. Hey, put you.
Track number 9. Put you up a patch. That song is, you know, it's bright, colors, big sound. Turn up, beast, forward, everything, you know. This way we turn places upside down, you know. I mean, that was the whole deal when we're in the studio. We're turning stuff upside down, you know. So, well, yeah, that's a turn up track inspired by the number of turn ups that we're still gonna go through, you know. Yeah, well, I don't know if you're ready for that one.
I'm sure you already know that my heart is in prison. You told me your mama knows.
Oh, track 10. Another emotional record. No Munga Hamba. Well, you know, in the hip hop industry, you know, wow, did I just say that? Yeah, in the hip hop industry, you know, it's all about what you can do, how much you're gonna do, and how much you don't give a. Well, I'm one artist that actually does give a. You know. I care about a lot of things. I care about a lot of you know, I care about emotions. I care about a lot of other people's emotions, you know. This one was actually dedicated to a female friend, you know, who's been through a terrible breakup. She was going through a terrible breakup, and you know, we were just talking we were just talking about how she felt, and you know, about the whole thing, and you know, she tried to convince me that she really didn't care about the whole thing, but then I could actually feel that, you know, she was broken, you know, and I tried to make her understand that, you know, in order to heal and move forward, she needs to understand that she's really hurt, and not lie to herself that she doesn't care, because now that wouldn't help actually for her to heal and move on. So I wrote this record, you know, inspired by that. It was actually inspired by that.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's the Flameboy man. Yeah. My vision 2022 has a Range Rover. My vision 2023 has a baddest mama in a balcony. I gotta be there too. I gotta talk head through. I got all of my homies on standby mode.
Track number 11. To all those back at home. That was actually the second track I recorded. Yeah. That was the second track I recorded for this project, and it actually talks about, you know, how things are gonna become when we've made it. You know, I mean, I had just seen a clear picture of what's gonna happen. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm just telling a story of what's gonna happen actually. Well, and you are gonna be lucky enough that you're gonna be there and see everything that unfolds. You know, in the future as we start this music career. You know, it just talks about how much we want, how much we're gonna achieve, and what we're gonna do with that achievement.
We got wicked hands on this one. They told me about you and about you could not sing ball. And that minute I come in peace. I just want a piece. It's the Flameboy man. DJ Wicked Hands. I just want a piece.
Dancing Alone. That's actually the last track. That's the whole album. On this track, I actually like featured DJ Wicked Hands, very good friend of mine. Actually, this record was his idea, you know. He came with some old school record. I don't really remember the name of the old school record, but it used to be a jam. So he made me listen to that and was like, hey man, what you think? You know, I mean, this is what could bring back the vibe. You know, if we could bring back this vibe, you know, people would like, turn up and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, because like when I listened to the track, I actually found out that that's a record that I used to listen while I was a kid, you know, and I actually loved the jam, you know. And then we tried to make something similar to it, not actually similar to it, but then we just like recreated the vibe, you know, the jam. And then we named it Dancing Alone because he said this track would be a track that would get those ladies like dancing alone in their room, you know, stuff like that while listening to the record through their headphones or something like that, you know. So we decided to call it Dancing Alone. So yeah, it was Dancing Alone, and it actually did make a couple of girls dance alone because this was my second single before the actual album, and it was quite a success. It is actually quite a success.
Cause me and my boys have been talking for long about you and the way you've been rolling alone right now. It's you and your drink and you dancing alone. It's you and your drink and you dancing alone. It's you and your drink and you dancing alone. It's you and your drink.
On this record, I worked with MKO, my producer. Who actually like engineered the whole project. I worked with Wiseman in the studio. I worked with DJ Wicked. I worked with Vanels. I worked with Fanedo in the production. All I can say is you're gonna enjoy the album. I mean, it's got different sound for every track, and we brought like a new sound to the mainstream, I guess. So yeah, you're gonna enjoy the album.
Talking for long about you and the way you've been